welcome back to our channel. So today we're going to be going over some of the pros and cons of having a French Bulldog, and whether or not I think it's worth it, and our experience with having two French Bulldogs. One of the good things about French Bulldogs, if you're looking to get one, they're really good with kids. They're super duper playful. They're really sweet. They're quite adaptable. They're adorable. I mean, look at them. One of the cons to getting French Bulldogs is they can have lots of health issues that go along with their short face. Lumi's face isn't as short as Tucker's, but for Tucker, when he was little, he got pneumonia, not being able to breathe very well. He got really sick, but he's okay now. He's a good boy. But yeah, it was really hard. We didn't have Lumi then, but yeah. So they can have a lot of health issues that go along with their short face. French Bulldogs are very, very protective, with kids and stuff, and they like to make sure that their owners are okay, and they really care a lot about you. And I really think that they are such a emotionally supportive dog, and they're so sweet. They're always there for you. But they're not very loyal, and I know I'm saying this and then that, but Tucker, especially Tucker will he likes to make more friends. He's very social. He's a very social dog. He likes to make more friends. He'd rather be out with his friends than be here. Which is exactly why I feel if you're gonna get a French Bulldog, you're gonna probably need to get more than one so that they can be happy together. So they can have more friends, or at least have two dogs with French Bulldogs. French Bulldogs are very, very playful. So they love to play, they'll chase each other around, and they'll bite each other and jump on each other, but they're really playful. Tucker's actually has a lot of friends who are golden retrievers or way bigger than him, and he still can play with them and have an even battle. But yeah, if you're gonna get a French Bulldog, I definitely recommend getting two or having another dog that they can play with. If you're looking into getting a French Bulldog, I 10 out of 10 recommend that you do all sorts of research before, so you can figure out if a French Bulldog is best for you. French Bulldogs are great, but they need they need to go on walks, and they need to be outside, but it's also really hard because of their breathing issues. So I think Tucker, it takes about maybe a minute if you go outside on a hot day, and he'll start panting. I always see in the TikToks that he's smiling, but he's panting because he's really hot. So one of the things that you can do for that though is you can buy them a cooling vest. We have one of those for Tucker. So you fill it up with water, and it keeps him cool outside. Lumi's not as bad. She does not get hot as quickly because she has a pretty long face for a French Bulldog. Which is exactly why we're always teasing, saying that she's a Chihuahua. French Bulldogs are very, very social. They like to make more friends. They like meeting new people. They'll leave you to meet more people. It's kind of the thing where they're unloyal, but they're really, really nice. And I definitely, I overall think that you should get a French Bulldog because they're pretty amazing. But at the same time, you really want to make sure that you did all your research and that they're going to be good for you. Yeah. So since French Bulldogs have this incredibly short face, they grunt. He's doing it right now. They do this 24/7 every single day, all day, and he snores a lot, especially when he's eating. One of the big things with French Bulldogs, though, is they are and always have been very expensive dogs. It's because they're so hard to be bred, because since their heads are so big, it can often cause C-sections. That's why we haven't bred them. We got them fixed, and we don't plan on breeding them. Well, we can't, but yeah. So they often have to have C-sections when they're giving birth, and it can cause a lot of problems, especially for the mom. And yeah, especially since Tucker has such a big head, we couldn't have kids. French Bulldogs are very dominant. Tucker, he likes to know he's in charge. Same with Lumi, they like to be in charge. But Lumi does not want to play with other dogs, and Tucker, all he wants to do is play with other dogs, and Tucker's a little bit too friendly. He I feel bad when some of the other dogs come over. He attacks them and wants to play with them so much, and they don't want to play with him. The really good things about having a Frenchie is they're a perfect size. They're not too big and they're not too small, so they're not I'd say they still fall in the small dog category, but they're closer to the mediums. But they're still small. They're a lap dog, but they're they're big enough and tough enough that you can play with them and do everything you want with them, and they're still good. French Bulldogs are very nice, and they have a very nice and quiet personality, and they're really such a sweet and caring animal. They get along with other animals great. They're just so nice. Another good thing about French Bulldogs is they don't need a lot of exercise because they're so tiny, and they need to be pretty tough. Tucker, he's very, very heavy, but he doesn't have a lot of fat on him. He's just very strong. Lumi's really small, but same thing with her. French Bulldogs don't bark a lot. Lumi does, but Tucker, he really doesn't. If Tucker's inside and there's a dog outside or a dog on the TV, he'll probably bark, but if he's outside and there's a dog across the street, the only thing he's going to want to do is go play with it, so he'll pull and try to run and get them, but he's really sweet and good with that. On getting a French Bulldog, if you need to, when you're taking them for a walk, you can't take them for a walk just with their collar, because it can cause lots of neck problems. They can break their neck and they can die if you aren't using a harness, because they pull so much and they're so strong. Another one of the cons about having French Bulldogs, though, is they don't know how to swim. You can teach them how to swim, but all French Bulldogs genuinely don't know how to swim. They are really hard to train, but they are still really smart. So if you have the time and the energy to train them, then you can get them trained and they can do pretty much anything. They're really great dogs. They're just really great dogs overall, and if you're thinking about getting one, I definitely recommend getting a French Bulldog.